We've built something really cool last week in Bubble for one of our clients, and I think it's fair to say that it's something that not just our clients are going to be able to use, but anyone that's building applications in Bubble, and even people that may not be building in Bubble can benefit from using, which are?
I think that what we're going to show you today is that everyone who has even an idea of building a quiz for their business, for their organization, should be doing it in Bubble.
So it's quizzes. You didn't answer my question right. So we're going to show you guys why anyone that's considering building a quiz should actually build it in Bubble. And our promise, if you keep on watching this podcast episode for the next 15, 20, 25 minutes, I'm not really sure how long it's going to be, is that we're going to tell you exactly why and why you're going to benefit from doing so. Now, with that said, if you want to leverage the full power of Bubble, we have a resource center that you can go to. It's going to be linked in the show notes down below. You can just click on that. It's going to take you to our website where you're going to be able to sign up and get access to the Ratio Resource Center. Now, this Resource Center is a spreadsheet where we list important tutorial videos that we are constantly recording.
Vetted plugins.
Vetted plugins that we actually use in our Bubble applications that are not going to bloat your applications and that they're not going to slow down your applications. You're also going to get a list of important podcast episodes that aren't necessarily from us, but that have inspired us in one way or another, or that have impacted the way we build things.
Great books to read.
Great books.
We also have a list of, I believe, all of our fun no-code wizard videos.
Yeah. So it's linked in the show notes, or depending on where you're watching this video, it's going to be in the description or something like that.
And the cool thing is that it's updated every week, so you're always going to get a new surprise. Once you've signed up, you're going to get more and more cool stuff related to Bubble application building.
Correct. Now let's talk about quizzes. Who can benefit from using a quiz?
So I really think there's kind of two big use cases. One is as a lead generation or a lead magnet. They are an amazing example of giving the user a personalized experience and then giving them some sort of a result at the end that helps them in their life. And it's a lot more engaging and practical than a PDF or an ebook or maybe even a resource center, I don't know. So that's one use case. And the other use case is obviously if you have courses, if you have educational materials, it's a way of measuring if your students have learned what they were supposed to learn in the lesson. So those are, I think, the two biggest use cases. There are probably more.
Yeah, I would say that the most common example that I've come across over the past probably 10, 15 years is the, personality type quizzes that we've all come across online. Those are probably not very valuable, but they truly do show you how quizzes can really grow your email list, for example, because once you give people once you put people into a journey of, say, an 8 to 10 question quiz, it's very easy for you to then ask them to simply give you their email address in exchange for the result of the quiz, right? I mean, they're already invested in an 8 to 10 question journey that they're not going to easily just sacrifice because they don't want to give you their email address. Yeah. So they work. They work.
And that's one of the fun things about that we were talking about beforehand is that especially if you're a Bubble developer, let's face it, a lot of Bubble developers are really cool people, but they're not great marketers. Mm-hmm. And using a quiz can be a really great way of jump-starting your community building for whatever application you're building.
Yeah. So you can also use it as a way to gamify your website or your application, right?
Sure. Yeah. You can make mini quizzes that kind of come with rewards at the end. They could be something as simple as a customized diploma, or they could be something as complicated as, some sort of a really detailed AI-powered PDF report. But you can make all sorts of rewards for having completed the quiz.
So why did we start this new concept of building quizzes in Bubble? Why? I mean, there's how many quiz builder solutions are there out there?
look, there's a bunch of them out there.
A million? 2 million?
Yeah, probably. And the reason I really believe that everybody should forget those 2 million alternatives and just build their quizzes in Bubble is because of the trade-offs. Look, some quiz builders can add an AI evaluator at the end. Some quiz builders could have different journeys based on the answers and make complicated, decision trees. Some quiz builders are more beautiful on cell phones than others. But the problem is that they all have trade-offs. So you can't get it completely done like you want it or need it to be done. And that isn't a problem with building it in Bubble, because you can make your quiz exactly what it needs to be for your users. And that's a big deal, because sure, you could save some effort up front, but you'll end up with a mediocre quiz, because the platforms will always have limitations, because they're built for everybody.
Now, what you're proposing here is to, just to be 100% clear, because I'm not sure if we're being 100% clear here. We didn't just build a new quiz product that people can just sign up to.
No.
So what we are offering people here who are watching is the opportunity for us to build a 100% personalized quiz for their business, which is, how is that different from just signing up for a quiz builder solution out there?
Well, for example, do you want people to be able to talk to your quiz and answer questions by just talking to it? Do you want people to be able to have a customized PDF report that they get sent by email after they finish the quiz? Do you want them to be able to have a customized diploma that's an image that they can share on social media? There's so many different possibilities that you can have, because you have the ability to build exactly what you need.
Which is a big benefit over signing up for something that has already been built to satisfy the needs of the majority of businesses.
Right, and that's fine. I mean, I'm not saying there are bad tools out there. I'm sure there's awesome tools out there, but they're just always, by definition, going to have limitations.
What's more expensive?
That's a great question. Obviously, there's going to be a little bit more of an upfront cost by going the Bubble route, probably, unless you want to build it yourself using the framework that we've built, which we'll also be releasing soon. There's a little bit more upfront cost. But when you start adding up those monthly subscriptions or annual subscription fees, you'd be surprised how quick they add up.
Not just that, but if you want your quiz to integrate with this one particular email marketing solution that you're using, and it doesn't natively connect to your quiz building solution, that means that you're going to have to run everything by Zapier, which is going to be another extra cost on top of everything else. Or
what if you need to integrate it with something that's back-end in your business?
Right.
That's not, supported by any of these platforms.
And these platforms are not going to build it for you, that integration for you.
And we will, because Bubble connects to everything. And that's one of the really impressive reasons that you should probably really consider building your quiz in Bubble.
Now, you mentioned our framework. What is that going to look like?
So basically what we've built is the core infrastructure to get you off the ground. So the database is built, the backend workflows are built, that comes pre-built with an AI connector so that you can, launch an AI workflow at the end of your quiz. It comes pre-built with the voice inputs reusable that we have. It comes pre-built with customized images, so that if you want to create customized images for your users, it'll do that. So it has all of those workflows. It has the reusable quiz element that allows you to just present the quiz, and then it has all the database already built with the back-end part as well. So the portal where you can create new questions, change the order of your questions, see the results, dig into the everything that's going on in your quizzes without having to do all of the heavy lifting from the beginning.
It sounds like a really cool thing that a lot of Bubble developers will want to jump into, but just to be clear, the services that we're offering in terms of, hey, instead of signing up for a quiz building solution out there that is not going to 100% meet your needs, just have us build your quiz for you. We'll build it exactly how you're envisioning it. But that quiz doesn't even need to run on a Bubble application. It can be fired up on any type of website.
Well, it can be embedded in any
Embedded
type,
on any. That's what I meant.
It is a Bubble application.
Right.
But it can be embedded in an iPhone.
I could
inside
have a
your
Webflow website, and I want my quiz to be displayed on my Webflow website.
Sure, no problem.
Sounds like a cool deal to me.
Yeah, and I think that people are underestimating the importance of it being exactly what your users need. Because when you start making those little trade-offs, I can't change this color, I can't change this font, I can't put this image here. I need a new type of question. Sure, we've already built a bunch of question types into the database, but what if you need a specific question type that is only about you and your business? Well, you should be able to have that. And that's the beauty of using Bubble and using no-code platform like Bubble to build your quizzes.
To me, this sounds like just one of many examples of, with this new quiz services that we're offering. It sounds like we're checking off the lead generation box that many people want to be able to do with Bubble. But there are many other use cases or examples of things that people are being forced to sign up to a specific service in order to get it done, and that there may be room for us to be able to tackle in the future.
Sure.
I mean, it's quizzes today, but next week it might be something else.
It might be something else.
Well, I think that covers more or less the importance of quizzes and the importance of building your quizzes in Bubble to meet your exact needs that your business requires, unless you have anything else. I mean, there is something that we could talk about, which is the new API connector, Livestream. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, it just came out. I haven't really had a chance to test it yet, so I'm curious to see what we can do with it.
I mean, the example that they've given is that essentially you can now, through your Bubble application, have a real-time conversation in a very ChatGPT format, on your Bubble app.
Sure.
And it looks kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's just proof that the guys at Bubble are hard at work, and we're grateful for that.
And maybe next week, once we have had a little bit of more time to play with it, we can comment a little bit more on it.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, thank you all for your time, and thank you for your time.
And be sure to check out and get free access to the Resource Center.
Resource Center is great. It's going to be linked in the show notes again. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything, so check it out.